both sides are a bit out of whack. So what you gotta do, this is a simple fix, you just take this nut off and pretty much just unscrew this a little bit. You can see it's threaded in there. You just unscrew that a little bit, and you gotta do it on both sides simultaneously so that you can have the best outcome, so that when you steer, your tires actually go straight and you don't wobble everywhere. Okay, so yeah, this happened. Everything is all mounted up and ready to go. Excuse my shaky hand. I'm kind of sore from gripping the A-arm for so hard for so long. But I had to do that because of the way this is positioned, and this is not in any way made for this car. So as you can see there, it's lined up now, but if I would have put it back in that little notch where it's supposedly, oh my gosh, supposed to go, then it would be straining the shock really bad, and one bad landing and you'd probably have a terribly bent shaft, and I don't want to have to deal with that. So both sides are done. I had to focus, there we go. I had to trim the very inside of that pretty good, not too much though. I had to cut a ton out of that, and it sucks. But I did what I had to do, and it's not compromised or anything, but it looks like it could be severely compromised. So I'm just going to clean this up quick and we'll get back into reassembly. Alright, so now that that's all cleared up and taken care of, now we can get back into reassembly. So for starters, gotta reattach the servo wiring. I'm gonna do that once I get it all hooked up so I can have it properly stretched, and I don't wanna risk stretching it out or ruining it or pulling a wire out of socket or something. So gotta jump right into this. Actually, you know what? If I have any spares, I'm gonna do stainless steel. Because if any of you are following my Instagram, I hate rust, and I hate having to deal with rust. And did I mention I hate rust? Okay, I've got a few extra screws. Anyone who doesn't know, we're actually building another car. It's a blue LCV / dual drive. You can actually flip this around so you can see. There it is in there. It's got a bunch of stuff for it. I need mostly electronics and driveline, but I did all this linkage and stuff last night, so luckily links today went pretty good because I was pretty used to it. Okay, I'm gonna make sure these all are the same size. It's too short. Oh, no. Actually, I don't think it matters. As long as they reach. These ones are way longer, and they don't really have too much on them. So I'll just hit this with a steel wool brush. Get them cleared up as much as I can. these guys, I can go ahead and pretty much just put these in my spare screws and get on with the build. Okay, now we just have to do the bumper, and it's pretty much done. So I'm gonna put it back up on the higher stand so everyone can see how tall it really is. Okay, now I've got everything ready to go. Now these screws are starting to rust a little bit just because it's on the bulkhead and that gets hit with everything that you drive over or do a nosedive and get dirt crammed in there. So I'm switching those out for stainless too, and eventually maybe these ones on top I might switch out too. But for now, I want to preserve this and avoid any kind of damage that I might have to do to get them out if they strip. So, plus it just looks nice when you see a car like those drift cars and stuff, and even just a regular basher or something. When it's got nice clean screws on it, it just looks nice. Cross there a little bit. Let's put the screw these two in, see what's the issue with that. Alright, bumper's on. Now for wiring. You want to make sure this is tight so it's not flopping around in the drive. But you also don't want it to be tight enough to where it might pull out. Pull out of the casing that it's in, or pull out of the rubber rack that it's in. Because then it's just a mess, and you can either resolder it, which I'm sure is a pain, or you have to buy a new $40 servo, which would suck, especially if you have a Savox and you're looking at 60 up. So we are just about done. Have the O-ring, so it's got nothing on there. one continuous shot. Jeez, my hand is shaky. Okay. Ooh, this is exciting. Okay. Now, all we have to do is just slap on some tires, which I have some offset ones and some non-offset ones. The difference basically is these ones will sit farther out because of the way it's coned upwards. It just sits farther out because this is closer to the inside of the rim. And this one is not, it sits farther back, and this is actually a drive tire and a front tire. But I might have to put a front tire on the rear and a drive tire on the front so that it kind of evens it out, because this is already looking insanely wide. Maybe not, I don't know. Gotta see for ourselves here. Wheel nut. Yeah, this is looking really good. Anyone who's noticing this extra shock, that's basically just to see how well I think it's called dampening. Basically, without that on there, the rear end is really bouncy, and it's just not enjoyable to watch while it's driving. This might make it too stiff, but I have no idea. I like to go off of good sized jumps, so it doesn't make it too stiff, but it definitely makes it a bit stiffer. And I am loving the way this looks. It's looking great. Look at the body here quick. I'll be right back.